Hey people, it's Nias Toki. Now, I named this video Leaving Egypt for a reason because today I looked at some YouTubers who I follow and I found that when I was looking at the videos I wasn't subscribed to them, and I thought I'm very sure I subscribed to them. Now, the two YouTubers in question were Pastor Dowell and Truth or Fail 777, and it made me think about how YouTube attacks many channels that they don't like, even though they bring in a lot of traffic. Because YouTube has gone to a point where it is so full of people coming to it that even if you make money for them, they can attack your channel and then force you off either by unsubscribing you, deleting your videos, or just altogether deleting you off the site, as we've seen happen to several other YouTubers like Professor Black Truth or others. Anyway, and I talk about leaving Egypt, like a lot of people like to use that whole thing, the blacks were the real Jews. Okay. And the real Jews made a point of leaving Egypt. They left the paradise of that time, which was Egypt, and the fertile land and everything that it came with it, and said, we are going to leave Egypt, we are going into the unknown, and we're going to leave behind, and we're going to move forward. Now, in order to make a modern day leaving of Egypt, people have to say we want to leave the things that are oppressing black people behind, and that one of them is YouTube. Now, I made a mention of Black Junction TV, and I've said before there are a handful of supporters, paying members, pro members supporting it. Out of the 10,000 channels, there are about 40 people, including me, who pay up for it. And that is ridiculous. Now, I remember going to a YouTuber who was talking about reparations, and he said, when we get the reparations, me and a handful of other black YouTubers can create a platform for ourselves. And this is the definition of cooning, because there is an existing black platform and you are not supporting it. And I actually checked his Black Junction account, and he hadn't posted something for at least 2 months and was not a pro member. So he wasn't supporting the existing platform. Because what you are doing is you are hoping for some white man to give you something. Now, I'm not saying that people aren't owed reparations, but when are they going to arrive compared to the needs now? It could be 20 years. What are you going to do in the meantime? And this is ties into another thing. Like, we're going back to BET. Like, back then, from what I've heard, hardly anyone supported it. Then it was sold to Viacom, and then now it's a big thing. People want to support it. People, like Sean James once said, a lot of people subscribe to the idea that the white man's ice is colder, and I really believe that. I think if Black Junction was bought by YouTube, it would suddenly experience a huge surge in membership because people associate it with YouTube, which is something that they do value. It wouldn't matter if everything about Black Junction TV remained the same, they would. And in order for people to move forward, we need to support the platforms that are doing the things we want them to. I mean, I can tell you a couple of stories, right? This was one thing I learned when I was young. There was a story I was told of a king who told all of his subjects, there's a lake, take a cup of milk and drop it in the lake at night. And the thing is, one person said, I don't need to drop this glass of milk, everybody else will. Who will know the difference? Then morning came and everyone came to the lake and there was no milk in it. It was exactly the same. Everyone had adopted the mindset somebody else will do it, and then nobody had done anything. The lake was empty of milk. Now, I don't want people getting off the point and saying, why would anyone put milk in a lake? It's just a story. And there's another thing that really makes me think about this. You know, if you ever played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, CJ is given a garage as a reward for winning a race. And he goes to the garage and he says, this ain't a garage, it's a dump. And his sister Kendall says, you know, Carl, you are an effing idiot. All your life you wanted something for nothing, and now that you've got something, you don't know what to do with. Well, make it good enough. We've got Black Junction TV, let's make it good enough. If just all the 10,000 channels just became pro members, that would solve the funding problem overnight. If we gave just a fraction of the money that we gave to Black Panther for entertainment as we did for, and if we gave it towards creating a platform, then all the Black Junction problems would be solved and we would all be able to move off YouTube for good. So anyway, I hope this hasn't been too long. It's been some food for thought. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to leave some of Black Junction's GoFundMe's up so we can help raise them money. Peace.